So firstly, I would like to point out that developers are showing up, land developers are showing up to our meeting and trying to have their say. And they are not identifying the city of residence. And I actually called out Scott Connolly. He's a project manager at Barry Swanson Builder. And he came out and pointed out my flawed policies on housing. Yes, from their standpoint, it could be flawed, but my policies are very well researched. And we have gathered a lot of data behind what we are saying. I would like to say that our city council was not transparent, and decisions should not be made in the middle of the night, which is what I said at the January 10th meeting. And it was known very well in advance that I would not be staying beyond midnight. But the city council ended up going up till 2:30 a.m. and making changes to Argonaut and a couple other areas. So were we transparent? No, we were not. I'm sorry to state that. And I'm glad that going forward, we are not keen on making decisions in the middle of the night. Then on the topic of what's going on with the other cities, it is my word against the staff's word. I texted a few council members today from other cities, and I heard these comments, like what sites, I'm not aware, no sites have been identified. And so neighbors, I ask you, have you heard of the outrage from other cities? Talk to your friends in the neighboring cities and find out if they have heard of sites for development in their cities. Don't go too far, just look around the cities around you, call your friends and neighbors and find out if they have the same sense of outrage that Saratoga next door is abuzz with the comments and feedback and ideas. So Saratoga is definitely ahead. And so today, if a developer wanted, they could actually pull the Argonaut site and make it an SB 35 site today. And they could actually put maybe like 91 housing units, just like Quito Village. So this is the nature of what's going on. And there are lots of land regulations coming at us. And by right development is inevitable, like I said, thanks to the nexus between politicians and our land developers. So if we go ahead with 4-story now, we will have 6 stories down the road. And how would you feel about that? One of our council members wanted to design everything to the edge of Saratoga. And that is not right, because you're putting the burden upon an area. And I would not be able to support that. And even if we succeeded, it's a matter of time before there's a classic line, winter is coming, winter. I mean, if you have seen that HBO show, every portion of Saratoga will be impacted. To get out of SB 35, we have to issue permits. So I've called this out in previous meetings, and it's a classic chess game that has been played by Sacramento politicians with the nexus of our real estate developers. SB 828 mandates pretty high RENA numbers, very high RENA numbers, such that we are going to fail for sure. And to set the context, we have, like Debbie just said, we had 400 plus units in the last 8 years. We have built about 200 plus in about 7 years now, So it's an approximation. And then we went 4 times. And can we build 4 times, like from 200 to 800? Maybe, but we are still short. We are still short of the 1,700 units. We might get close to 800, but they will do a midpoint review. And at that point, everything fails. It's like, okay, Saratoga is guilty. And we have to, then SB 35 is applied. And with SB 35, you could have perhaps 91 housing units at Saratoga Avenue or at Gateway. Anything can happen. It is, I would like to point out again that the city does not initiate permits. And that's where the flaw in the whole design is, which is the checkmate that has been played upon every city in California. It is the developers who are pulling the permits. And it is in their interest to not pull permits, because why go through the pain of neighborhood gatherings, input, the whole do loop if I may call it that, where you have to go through multiple iterations to get it approved, it's in their interest to basically not pull permits. And then finally, one fine day, they can swoop into Saratoga and just pick any site, anything they want, go through SB 35 and get staff to approve whatever they want. I hope you see the gravity of the situation. Our community engagement seemingly did not work. Let's call it out. Many in our community just learned about this. In fact, I got a call, like, was it on Saturday or Sunday? And somebody called me that, oh my God, what's this, Rishi? I'm hearing this for the very first time. And I don't think so we can blame our citizens, because the onus is upon each of us as council members to engage and inform our citizens. If they don't know, we can't say, well, it's like we did our best. It doesn't work like that. So, it seems like the engagement is just happening and there is no need to hurry. And I've been calling this out, let us slow down the train wreck. We are not gaining anything by accelerating this train wreck. What is the hurry to wreck Saratoga's future? The proposal seems very rushed. And I believe no one on the city council or our residents are against housing, but we need to make some smart choices. For example, if you are going to clog the ingress and egress point of Saratoga, let's look at the gateway, and you build those housing units there. In case there is a fire there, where will these residents, how will they get out from there? That's a safety issue. That's one. Secondly, when you are trying to get into Saratoga Sunnyvale with that high density there, can there be a situation where we are stuck there for 15 or 20 minutes? It's possible, because I've seen that myself in different cities of the world. You are stuck in a traffic intersection. Imagine Homestead and Lawrence stuck there for 45 minutes. These things do happen. So what you need to do then, the developers are not on plan to build any infrastructure. So who will it fall upon? It will fall upon the city, which is the city council. Where is the money for it? We don't have the money. We already talked about a road repair tax last year. And I am not sure what happened to that. I was against it. But we have a deficit with respect to our infrastructure dollars. Our roads are deteriorating rapidly. And then you look at the expense with building new schools, perhaps, or the water infrastructure that California needs today. We all know the story with San Jose Water Company, or sewer systems, or just expansion of roads, perhaps even having like flyovers, to get us through different intersections. All these kind of possibilities are very much there when you expand the density without a proper urban plan. So does it behoove us to just push the problem from one area to the next? Oh, we have a problem at Saratoga Avenue, so let's take that and put it to the gateway. Are we really solving anything? Are we doing anything worthwhile when we say that? We are the most powerful nation of the world, and it is because we have always come together and we have worked together to fix the challenges, which brings me to the problem of equity. Our citizens have said it loud and clear. It's not equitable. It's not fair. Our country is so divided today. Do we want to divide Saratoga? I heard Marilyn's point of view, and I don't agree with much of it. We are Saratoga. We have to work together to come out of this mess. And equity is what we heard. And packing it at the ingress-egress points of Saratoga is not something I can support. Do we really want to be stranded there, stuck in traffic, putting residents in harm's way by packing density? So we haven't heard anyone who favors this plan today. There is no infrastructure plan. And we are auditing the RENA numbers, like I have said in my emails. We are going to audit the RENA numbers because it is not fair what has been done. So that's all I have to say. We don't have a good plan today. We haven't gotten citizen input, and we have to figure out a way to get out of this. It's still, my take is there is still plenty of time left, because we are ahead of the game compared to many of our cities. Surrounding cities, and I have myself verified with them. And so let's slow this train down and let's figure out a better approach on this. Okay, thank you. So, so listening in, it's pretty clear that we have no plan right now. So shall we do this or shall we do that? Let us throw these sites pretty ad hoc. And let us hold a meeting when pretty much everyone is working on a Friday. And, we talk about transparency, but let's go through deliberations and decisions on a Friday morning. Now, this is not a plan. This is clearly not a plan. We are in a grave situation. We are in an extremely grave situation. Saratoga has been tested, and this is the plan we come up with. We want transparency, and we say, let us hold an all-day meeting and go through the process. So here is what we should do. We need staff. Staff members are the experts. They have our city. I'm not the expert. I have no idea where the vacant sites are. I have no idea. There are pockets of sites. For example, I've had neighborhood meetings in Wardell. I didn't know there was a site there. I had no idea. I'm not the expert with this. That's not my expertise. Even I'm a city council member. Saratoga is pretty huge. So who am I to make site recommendations? It's a completely flawed plan. So we need to get staff to come up with a list of sites. So here is my process. We need to get staff to come up with a list of sites. And there is an assembly bill, by the way. So it's a Sacramento mandate. We need to do that anyway. Let's do it. So staff should come up with a list of sites and put it on a map. And let's go through a survey, get our citizens involved, have them pick sites that they believe are right. And we should go through the motion. So staff can provide some pros and cons and let our citizens pick the sites they believe is right for Saratoga. So let us hold back and not do this on a like an ad hoc basis. We need to take a step back. I'm not in a hurry, and we cannot do this in a day's time. It's not feasible. Definitely not the right approach. Oh yes, dear neighbors, if you are listening to this, I invite you to send in your request to go through the RENA number audit. This is currently in progress. The California State Auditor is currently auditing the RENA numbers. And take the time to send in your feedback to the audit team on the blatant inflation of the RENA numbers. And we prefer that you print and sign the letter that we have on my website. Go to rishikumar.com/managed growth. It's managed with a D at the end, managed growth. And click on the audit link there. That'll bring up the letter for you. And copy paste the letter in there. It's a well-researched letter talking about many, many different components, how the system has been rigged for failure, how this is accelerating climate change. We're talking about California's water challenge. We're talking about a tax increase for the infrastructure. We're talking also about dark money influencing bad decisions, the nexus between real estate developers and politicians, and also the RENA number determination model. So we have analyzed that and we have found some inadequacies with that, plus the current exodus, which is currently happening in the pandemic. Those types of data have not been rolled into the RENA numbers. And we truly believe that the numbers are inflated. So please take the time. It's very important that you exercise your voice. It's all ready to eat for you. It's all there sitting. And so please take the time and send in your letter. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. Thank you so much.